Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for City Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday's What Map. First of all, I'd like to apologise to anybody who watched yesterday's episode. It was overly long, it was a bit of a mishmash, and unfortunately it was released far too late, despite being a really nice map. Today's episode will of course be a very slick, professional and released on time, and it is also a very nice map. It's Masuria by Vintrillo Yes, Vintrillo has decided to include the words by Vintrillo in the title when it's clearly by Vintrillo. But there's nothing wrong with a bit of self-promotion, is there? So this is BonBonB reviewing a map by Vintrillo. How about that? Shall I shut up now? I'll get on with it. The map theme for Masuria is Juju Island with the definitive vision LUT, and there's 3 little assets you'll want to download as well. Unfortunately, Juju Island doesn't appear on my drop-down menu, so it's offered the usual confirmation for custom theme, blah-de-blah. That said, the map looks really nice, so I'm assuming that Juju Island has indeed loaded, and if it hasn't loaded, then whatever has loaded looks pretty good to me, so I'm going with that. Now, there's only one highway, 2 highway connections, so we're seeing basically the entirety of the road network here. Very high standard, the roads pretty much sticking together, not drifting apart too much. And then we head up to here where we get to the one intersection. And this intersection allows the highway to pull off, and dead ends here, but that leaves you all the option where you want to take it to, and it helps you to open up the map. You see, you can just decide where you want to go from there, can't you? I like that. I like it. Leaves the decision to you. This intersection is very nice. There's a bit of glitching. A little bit of glitching, which Surface Painter can fix fairly easily. But yeah, other than that, that is a really nice choice of intersection, or actually self-construction. Unfortunately, the left side of the road does not connect to the right, so what you'd need to do is find a way of connecting from one side to the other so that traffic on the left can get to your city on the right, and so forth. You kind of know what I'm talking about, don't you? I think so. I hope so. Somebody does. Anyway, and this follows off to the fog, and instead of starting afresh, we'll just turn around and follow the rail. The rail is also of a very high standard. There's only one real thing to look at, and that's the bridge. And the bridge is actually really good. Is there enough reallys? I think it probably is. There we are. So it's very unassuming. It's a very slow gradient that just gets up to the height of the bridge and across, and then the slow gradient down the other side. And that's perfection as far as I'm concerned. Asset review time. Now, I know we only had Rick 4000 last week, but he is a superb asset creator, and we'll have another look at some of his work today. This is UK Flats block number 1. Now, if you're not in the UK, trust me, these are absolutely spot on. This looks very much like some flats just down the road from me, actually. And I applaud his handiwork. Very lush work indeedy. Now, he's left all the detailing for you to do, and which is great, because there's nothing worse than having an ugly vanilla tree in the middle of an asset that you don't like. Here, you can just do what you want with it. So it's UK Flats block number 1 by Rick 4000. Today's asset of the day. Very nice indeed. Speaking of very nice, the waterways now. Now, there is a shipping route. We're on the shipping route. It runs down this river all the way through. Oh, hello. We've got some flooded trees. See, this is realistic. Trees that close to the water can just die from being overloaded. There's proof of shipping route. Very, very good. And this is a very wide part of the river. This is a very wide river, full stop, compared to the other parts of the map. We've got a bit of sandbanking going on there. Nice detailing. The ferry did actually miss a sandbanking. Another flooded tree there, drowning in the water. I would say this is, like I say, a wide river. There is a secondary river we'll look at in a moment, and it contrasts with this brilliantly. And it's having variation in the map can just make a map stand out. Like there, we've got little sandy inlets, which tells me this is like possibly a tidal river, this one, I would imagine. Wouldn't it be great if this game had tides? Would it be too much? It'd probably be too much. I can't see an essential lighthouse, which is some ways disappointing for me, and some ways actually quite a relief, because it is somewhat of an in-joke, and you know I treat it as an in-joke. You know that, don't you? You do? You don't? Well, anyway. We've got this connector river now that runs across, and that'll join up with this secondary river, which is less wide, which is going to be fairly obvious to see. Yeah, this one, water comes in here, another little sandy inlet, and then we've got this gradual, slow flowing, sandy, once again sandy, so possibly still tidal here. The banks, variant banks as well, so we've got soft banks and then we've got rugged banks alongside as well. And trees up to the edge, very nicely done, very nicely. You can see the effort that's been put into this map. It's very nice. It gets narrower and steeper. Now slightly faster running water here. Still not a torrent though. Got a tree in the river, but to say that's okay. It probably will eventually die, but it's not too much for it to be like another one there. It would survive there for a little while. And I'm prepared to accept those ones as well. So live trees in the river where it makes sense, of course. And this is under the intersection, or shall we go over it? We'll go over it, shall we? Yeah. Nice. And then we carry on up. We'll carry on up. And now the hill. We're heading towards the hill. And this is where it gets a little bit faster and a little bit more torrential. It stays within its banks mostly as well. A little bit of over the bank here, but that's okay. That looks good to me. And then we've got a bit of a turn there, and it stays within the banks as well there. Very good work. Very good river work. And a treat at the top. A treat. I very rarely see this, but this is exactly how I like my water sources to be. In a small pool. Not too large. Just hiding the fact that it's, the amount of times you see water just popping out the side of a hill. And I just prefer it to be a pool. So anyway, here's that hill. This is the feature of the map. A hill that you very much can build upon if you wish to go down that route. The rest of the map is almost perfectly flat, so we've got air routes, clearly. He's going in, he's going in, he's going down, he's hitting the ground, he's going for the ground. Oh, watch the plane, watch the plane, watch that. Ooh, that's a last second dodge. Ooh, that was dodgy. Dodgy. Oh, don't take a plane to Masuria, please, please. I really, well, don't go by Ryanair anyway. Whew, that's crikey. That is crikey, that is. And that's the most polite word I can find for it. But yes, loads of build plane, and we've got loads of features like this sandy, I'm not sure what you call this. I'm not sure. I'm sure it has a word. In fact, I know it has a word, and it has escaped me. It has. As does most of the English language. And then we'll flit across here, and we've got this like this watery nature type reserve down here. Not sure you'd want to be building on here. Maybe you could. Somewhere possibly a caravan park alongside of here. What do you reckon? I like it. It's very nicely done indeed. One little tree on the sandbank there. That works. And there's the map as a whole. It's really nice. Do you reckon? So, anyways, shall we give this map some scores? I think so. First of all, aesthetically, I think this is very nice. And I'm going to find it very difficult to mark it down from from a 5, so 5 stars for that. Detailing, a bit of a glitching in the roads, 1 or 2 minor problems, I would say minor stuff. I'm bringing it down to a 4 stars only, but I feel reluctant to do so. And gameplay potential is, well, loads of build playing. It's just the lack of highway connections and rail connections could be a bit of a downer for some players, so I'm giving that 4 stars as well for that. So that is Masuria by Vintrillo, 5, 4 and 4, and it gets the BonBonB seal of approval. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget to join me tomorrow for yet another map in the What Map series. We are heading towards the 100th map very rapidly. Who would have thought, eh? Who would have thought? Anyway, leave your comments down below and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for more map reviews.